It's important, of course, to be sensitive. One of the hardest things is often in any business, and particularly the entertainment business, a lot of people are insensitive, and I think that's hard. I think it's hard because people get cranky, money's flying. It's one of the funny, interesting parts of the business, which is you're trying under great pressure to make something either beautiful or for sale, and everybody's an expert. And so and music, I had a framed plaque on my desk that I cut a quote out of an article I'd read, and I blew it up and I framed it and put it on my desk. It was by Alfred Newman, who was the first head of music at Fox, the legendary Alfred Newman. He said, and I sat in his chair in his office 60 years later. So it felt very resonant to have this plaque that said, everybody at a movie studio has two jobs, their own and music. Because it's hard to tell people how the script should go and the story and what the actor should say, but everybody wants to come in and say, you know what the music should be here? I think what you should have is a rock band instead of the orchestra. And if they're important, you got to say, good idea. And after they leave the room, you have to look at somebody and go, really? So it's a lot of that. But, you learn to roll with it. And I guess after 18 years, my rolling with it, I kind of rolled to the bottom of some dusty hill where I thought, not sure I want to roll with it. 300, Life of Pi was number 302, and it was a magnificent experience. And it was while I was finishing that it occurred to me, this is going to be tough to beat. It might be a good one to make this my last one. And worked hard with Ang Lee, went through some pretty nutty stuff on that score, being told some pretty nutty things. Why do we have to have that? And is that right? And really felt like I had to do what I do, which is defend the composer. I think this is good. Let him finish this. Let him try some other things. A lot of disagreement about that score, and I had to do what I do, defend it. Kind of, in the end, was just pretty beat up by it. Left, started this new gig. Life of Pi won the Academy Award for Best Score, and 6 months later I was in Valencia, Spain, watching the Academy Awards, and when he won, there was I had to high-five myself. I had to say, yeah.
That you were part of that.
So glad. I mean, he did everything, but it was sort of, I knew this was good. And that's as I said, it's a taste call.
Yeah.
I had to, and it wasn't just me, it was Ang Lee. Ang Lee knew it was great and defended his composer, and studios are loath to go to an important director and tell him stuff, so they come to the head of music. You have to tell him.
Right.
So you're in that delicate political place where you have to say to Ang, good news, bad news. Good news is I think the Dodgers are going to make it to the playoffs. Bad news, they hate the music.
Right.
So you get there. It's all like anything in this life. You just find a way to slalom through it and try and get the best work done, because nobody remembers those fights.
No.
When you're watching the DVD of Life of Pi, you either like the movie or you don't. You don't say, you know what, by the way, stop the DVD. Do you know that they didn't like this music for like 6 months, this scene? They thought it should be different, and did you know, by the way, that there was never supposed to be a sitar underneath that scene? Who cares?
Right.
There's a sitar there because it was in India. I like the sitar. Let's keep it. Other people thought, well, broad audience like a sitar? Right. Okay, let's spend the afternoon talking about that.
You've recently formed Kraft Box Entertainment, and I was wondering if you could talk about exactly what that company is and what it does.
Kraft Box is a production and consulting company.
Okay.
Focused on music and mostly filmed entertainment.
Okay.
So a 360-degree look at filmed entertainment from I'm developing movies and television shows that are about music or that focus music at the center to make and sell and hopefully get movies in the movie theaters and TV shows on your small screen that are about music or set in the world of music. And I've already developed and sold a couple, so they're in process. It's also a place where I consult a lot of different companies on their music needs for film, TV. So Maker Studios, which is a multi-channel network, I've helped. I'm now helping Warner Brothers Records reclaim their crown as the preeminent soundtrack label, which it's a business they haven't been in for a while, and we're going to look into how to bring them back.
On the label side, that's
On the label side.
Okay.
So it's, Kraftbox is really trying to apply the many skills that I learned around music and media, and sort of, yes is Kraftbox's favorite answer. Can you do this? Let me look at it. So doing a lot, working directly with some filmmakers, directly with some companies, and truly eager to develop properties for sale.
Wonderful. Okay. Robert, thank you so much for doing this.
How easy.
I appreciate it very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.